Something about the field of 64 that looks different this week than it has the last few weeks. Here's what looks different. All of a sudden, you got 6 SEC host sites. Remember, it was 4, and then it was 3, and then it was 3 again, and we kind of kept going, what's going on? And now you look up, and you've got Tennessee is the number 1 overall, and you got Auburn currently is the number 6 overall, and Texas A&M is the number 7 overall. I'm not sure I'm ready to go that far with A&M, but maybe the resume justifies it.
Well, that and the fact that they have series remaining with Mississippi State and Ole Miss that they're likely to win.
Possibly. That is possible. Maybe there's a little bit of projecting going on there. Arkansas as the number 9 seed. Hattiesburg, Southern Miss, the number 10 seed. And not that this matters where they're paired, but Hattiesburg paired with College Station. I don't think I would hate that if I was Southern Miss. I mean, you would prefer, obviously, to be a top 8 and have the opportunity to play Super Regional at your place as well, but I don't think you hate that one. Georgia hosting as the 11. Louisville hosting as the 12. Perhaps interesting to some. LSU hosting as the 15. So from the SEC, you've got Knoxville, Auburn, College Station, Fayetteville, Athens, and now Baton Rouge for the first time LSU projected as a host. It feels a little more right. I mean, I know if you're not an SEC fan, which majority of our audience is an SEC fan, it would have been really, really weird. As weird as it's going to be with Ole Miss and Mississippi State potentially not in the NCAA tournament, it would have been really weird to only see 2 or 3 host spots for the SEC. But it feels like that's trending in a different direction. In terms of other SEC teams in the field, Florida as a 3 seed. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to go radio silent. Vanderbilt as a 3 seed. That's it? So 6 host spots and 2 at-larges? Am I missing somebody?
No, Alabama is close.
Okay.
Yeah. No State,
But you want to talk about a
Miss,
team that is trending in the wrong direction.
No South
Alabama's
Carolina.
lost 8 of their last 9. I'm sorry, Hayden, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Well, I'm saying you got 8 teams there. No Alabama, no State, no Ole Miss, no South Carolina, no Missouri, no Kentucky. That's 14, yeah.
There you go. 6 host sites and 2 3 seeds. That's where it currently sits. Last 4 in, San Diego, Louisiana Tech, Louisiana Lafayette, and Pittsburgh. First 4 out, UTSA. Huge emphasis on that series coming up for Southern Miss. Alabama, Coastal Carolina, and Illinois. Just for fun, the Southern Miss Regional in Hattiesburg, Southern Miss, NC State, Lafayette, and Campbell.
Doesn't seem fair.
Tommy Tanks coming to Hattiesburg. That's NC State was a preseason top 10 team. Lafayette's always a good team. That's a strong regional.
It's a good regional field.
Yeah, I wouldn't say unfair.
Which one would you rather have? NC State, Louisiana, and Campbell, or Georgia Southern, College of Charleston, and Mercer? Which one would you rather have?
Georgia Southern's really good.
They are. So is NC State. Preseason top 10 team, got the best home run hitter in America.
Well, I mean, I can tell you about another couple of preseason top 10 teams that aren't anymore.
True, but they're, comfortably in as opposed to the others.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's Georgia's regional, which is one step behind them.
Somebody just texted the show, by the way, to say that we're no talk about the new regional projections for Southern Miss. Literally, right now. Literally. Put the phone down, turn the radio on.
Do you even listen before you text?
Literally. We were talking about it as we speak.
We talked about inflatable screens, bouncy houses, and bangers and mash in the first segment of the show. There was no slight. Stop pretending to be slighted when it comes to Southern Miss baseball. You are just making it up in your head. Period.
By the way, Luke Johnson joins us in the next segment to talk more about this.
Oh, wow. I mean, just stop
Painful.
it. I mean, that's what makes you not want to go down that road. I would challenge you to find a show in the last month where we haven't talked about Southern Miss baseball. Just stop it. Hey.
It is very painful. There's
All
no
right.
way around that. Anyway.
The Hattiesburg Regional that we were literally just talking about.
Literally just doing it. And Campbell, don't forget, is a solid team. They were in Starkville last year.
The Camels.
Yeah. That year in, year out is a good baseball program. It's a strong regional. Southern's the best team there, but, NC State, it knows how to play postseason baseball. And in Southern's ballpark, Tommy Tanks has, some game-changing potential. But the other thing I like for Southern is, the A&M regional doesn't really scare you. If you can get out, you got a chance.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, there are some regionals that are easier than others. And after the fact, it's real easy to point to go, oh, that was an easy regional, but you don't always know that. I don't know. I mean, is this better or worse than when we were looking at it 2 weeks ago and it was like, well, LSU's projected there or Alabama's projected there?
If they can, they would send a nearby SEC team to Hattiesburg, wouldn't they? If they could.
Well, it changes a little bit because you got LSU hosting.
True. But like Alabama, let's say Alabama gets in. I would be surprised if Alabama gets in and does not show up to Hattiesburg.
Yeah, Alabama makes sense as a 2 seed there. If somehow State were to get hot, Mississippi State could be the 3 seed there. They wouldn't be the 2. Plus, I'm looking at LSU's schedule the rest of the way. So LSU has a series with Alabama. So that's basically an elimination series for Alabama. Then
yes.
Ole Miss, and then they play Vanderbilt to finish the year. So they got to win some games if they want to stay a host.
Yeah, but it also, I mean, don't you think LSU's looking at those final 3 series and going, I mean, we can absolutely go 6-3 in those 3 weekends.
Yeah, you could. But Vandy's a team that could get hot, though. And if they need those last 3 games, I mean, I think so. I know they have talent. I know the guys on that roster are good.
Yeah, yes. But doesn't the same conversation that we're having about Ole Miss and Mississippi State have to apply to Vanderbilt and have to apply to Florida? There are 11 games left in the season. Well, everybody's played between 40 and 45 games. You are who you are Vandy, at this point.
I agree with that. But with Vandy, they have more depth. Because they have more players. They just recruit. They've recruited better than State.
They haven't been good.
They haven't been good this year, but I feel like I disagree with what Kendall said yesterday. I thought that Vanderbilt was the team that I would be worried about turning it on.
There are 3 weeks left in the regular season, and Vanderbilt is still listing their Friday starter with 2 TBAs.
Yeah.
I mean, Ole Miss has even figured out a weekend rotation for like 3 straight weeks now.
And it's actually pretty good. They've figured out one that works.
They have.